Carp Anglers. My name is James Sanders, and I am the CEO of Team Fish Fighters. You see that little red button down there? It says subscribe. Hit that subscribe button plus the bell button, and you automatically be notified with our great carp adventures. Thanks for watching. Tight lines. What up, Carp Anglers? Who's in the house?
Where'd you learn that? Oh, you watch basketball?
No.
Do you fish?
I do fish.
No, you mean you watch water. Don't choke on it. You just went the other day. Where was you at? You was at Fisherman's Village, wasn't you?
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing. How you guys doing? How's my brothers and sisters out there?
Loud and clear. Hello, guys.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
I guess we go ahead.
Man, yeah, we're definitely ready for the season. I wish it'd hurry up in this bipolar weather that we got here in Indiana.
Yeah.
We should move out.
Heck yeah, man. Hey, if you guys don't mind, try to share this video here, to a couple good group pages, just so we could get recognized and give the audience what they need.
Yeah, and as we, I don't know, do we have another buff guy that we're going to do?
Yes.
I know we're going to do Bear.
David Burns.
David Burns, and then there'd be a Bear after that, right?
No. You be talking to him yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you already done talking to him?
Yeah, I talked to him.
I got somebody else in line. Maybe probably do that right after David.
Or maybe we could do two people. We could do David and Bear next week.
Well, maybe.
Just split it up like an hour a piece, you know what I mean?
We could do that. I might do it Wednesday so you won't have to go to your poker game.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
If everything works out the right way. So how you guys doing out there? You guys doing alright? I'm just trying to get set up here for a second and definitely game on.
Please share this video, man. We appreciate you guys for tuning in too.
Yep. Always do. Always do.
But also, keep in mind too, you guys give us a little bit of feedback on maybe who you guys would want to see. We've been doing a lot of out-of-state guys, you know what I mean?
Always.
So give us a little bit of feedback on maybe. Give us some people maybe from our home state, from Indianapolis, Indiana. Give them guys some shout outs on who you guys want to see us pick the brain of next,
Pick the brain.
Pick the brain of the carp fisherman.
Man, how do they share this, man? We do this so many times, every single time, but we can't seem to get this thing just the right way we always want it. What is the deal? I don't know. Hey, anybody wants to give a quick shout out to you guys' teams for
Team Extreme in the house.
Bolick. Sorry. Hey, anybody wants to give a shout out to you?
Why you keep turning that back up?
I don't. The automatically just does it.
Every time?
Every time. Every time I switch back to this thing. So, yeah. Some Indiana boys shared this on the Hoosier Carper group page.
Yeah, all the groups if you can, please.
Yeah,
Thank you. Appreciate it so much.
Appreciate it. And also, some of your Southern boys share this on some of your group pages.
Where you guys watching from today too? Let us know that.
Yeah.
Team Wicked in the house. I see that too.
Hey, Wicked.
Somebody said Jimmy Inman, Hunter Inman.
Hey, what's up, brothers?
Hook and ladder pickups.
Hook and ladder pickups. Good ones.
Yep.
Those are good ones. Those really are some good people, good companies. We're all about promoting carp fishing, man. 100% all the way.
And we're all about helping people too, man.
Yeah.
I want to say this real quick. Obviously, we just posted a little bit ago that we're gonna have Austin Bolick.
Bolick.
Yeah, Bolick on our show, and there was a couple. I don't know if they was negative comments or whatever, but that's not what we're about. We're not about bashing nobody or throwing up in their face that I showed you how to make this. You know what I mean? Like.
I think they were they might have been joking,
I mean, if they was joking, that's just not what we're about, you know what I mean? And, to Austin,
Yeah, we don't know him for bad, really.
We don't know him. You know, I mean, these are, you know, this is somebody that the people that are watching, they suggested that we pick his brain. So obviously, you know, there's people out there from his home place that that recognizes that he's good at catching buffalo.
Hey.
You know, regardless of who taught him or whatever it may be. You know, you guys give the guy a break. You know, we're all about helping people and teaching people, and you know, I know things are different from here to North Carolina to South Carolina and all that stuff. You know, because you guys have a lot of tournament lakes. We don't have just no tournament lakes here. You know what I mean? So I know it's a little bit different down there because it's all about the money down there. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously it's about catching the fish and stuff and teaching the grandkids and all that to follow in the footsteps. You know what I mean? But how could you not want to help somebody to want them to follow in them footsteps?
It's always good to help out everybody.
Yeah.
You know, but how's your week?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty good week. It's been slow, man. Rain's really putting a damper on my work.
This weather thing, man. It's like Mother Nature went bipolar.
I got a lot of exterior jobs right now just sitting, but I can't touch them because of the rain.
I dig it.
You know, just being scared that it might rain too is another thing too.
Right. My week wasn't too bad. Did try to do a little fishing at Fisherman's Village with my son. That was last Saturday. No, that was Saturday before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weather just so bad.
It's
windy.
It's our water. Our waters are still too cold. We haven't had if we've had a warm day, we've had only one. We ain't had 2 or 3, 4 or 5 warm days in a row to even try to bring I mean, our water temperature is up a little bit, but it's not up. Because normally we don't even fish around, you know, I mean, over the last 3-4 years, people been going and fishing throughout the winter time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because Hubbard's will have porch pots, or any lakes that have porch pots, or, you know, whatever. But we're not used to fishing, you know, until like April, because that's when the water really, the temperature changes. You
I know what I'm doing next month. Dale Hollow.
Oh, yeah. How many $50 bills you got in your wallet?
I don't. There ain't no bag gonna be on just our teammates.
Oh, so you think they're gonna let you take pictures for free?
Yes, they will. Ricky and Dewan, once they catch their fish, will let me hold it.
I wouldn't let you hold it.
Oh, yeah, you would.
I wouldn't let you hold it. I need that crisp $50 bill. I'm just saying.
All right, guys, carp anglers. Hey, I guess we'll go ahead and throw. Oh boy. Oh, anybody got a shout? You got a shout out real quick? Who you got a shout out for?
Man, I just want to say, man, the next week or two that we actually do a podcast, man, we're going to be making a couple announcements. A couple for the team.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe one for myself. Gotta be out the bag soon, man, but we want to thank the people that's going to be involved. Hopefully it will encourage other people, you know, to
want to... Are you talking about their new sponsor?
Maybe. I wasn't going to put the sponsor thing out there, but we might have a couple sponsors coming aboard, you know, that's going to sponsor the whole team. But, you know, we're hoping that with us going this route, you know, with sponsors and stuff, it encourage other sponsors or other, I'm not going to say who it is or try to even hint around, but hopefully it's antagonize other people to want to step up and help sponsor what we stand for.
Who's the badass flavor company out there who wants to sponsor Team Fish Fighters?
Or flavor companies, you know, we're not asking you guys to, you know,
throw some numbers out.
Just to sponsor one guy on the team, you know what I mean? When we say sponsor the team, I mean, we mean like help with trophies, help with kid tournaments, you know, just stuff like that that's gonna just make carp fishing better, make us better, and you know,
making the next generation more
educated on carp fishing, because that's really what we're about, you know, preparing the next generation for carp fishing. Because with, you know, just for instance, like look at Keith Sisney, look what he's done with Pro Line Baits, man. He's got it in the door, so that's opening people's eyes right there about how much money people can really make or profit off of carp, or whatever it may be, you know, host bigger tournaments, all that. So
hey, I'm ready. Let's get this Austin going on.
But yeah, let me give him a call real
Yeah.
quick.
So, who's all out there? What state you guys watching from?
Oh, man, man, you gotta go to the comments. We had a couple good comments on there.
Yeah. But
Tommy Robinson, I'm about to call him, but Tommy Robinson said, "What's up, fellas? Checking in from Maryland."
nice.
He said, "Hope you Indy boys can come out to our second annual in DC in May."
Hell yeah.
Man, I would love to.
You know, May 1st to May 8th. That's where I'm gonna be hollow.
Yeah, and from May 8th until to be determined, I'll be in Gulf Shores, Alabama. So that's why I didn't get to go to New York.
I mean, we got other teammates too.
No, for sure.
Yeah. But I know Ricky and Dewan, teammates of ours, they're going to be in.
They'll holler with you,
Yeah.
making money off of you.
Yeah, making money.
$50 a victor.
No, we made deals 25 now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, price should have went up. Gas is not cheap.
We know how to catch fish, man.
Huh?
We know how to catch fish.
You gotta prove it, James. You gotta have it.
I got proof.
You gotta have it on film. Like you swinging. Like, look, James, you're
On the bump. On the bump.
No, that's buck fishing. What's up, Austin, man? How you doing, man? Welcome to our podcast show, man. This is Tommy and James.
How you doing, Austin?
Doing good, guys. How you doing?
Nothing, man.
Great.
For the people out there watching me, can you guys hear him pretty good?
Quick thing is like that. Go ahead and speak, Austin. Justin.
No. Can you hear now?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just trying to make sure the people that's watching can see you. Well, not obviously they can't see you, but can they hear you? But appreciate you taking the time out your day, man, and have us sit down with us.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Austin. I know you're from South Carolina?
South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina.
I live in North Carolina.
Oh.
Is it North Carolina?
What?
I thought it was
Yes,
South.
sir, North Carolina.
Oh, your Facebook.
Here.
That looked at. Yeah, okay, my bad. It's probably. Yeah. But anyway.
He said yeah. But anyways, man, Austin, man, for everybody, for the people that's watching that don't know you, you know what I mean? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, you know what I mean?
Like, what do you do for a living? Other things, how long you been buff fishing kind of thing, and I know the whole segment's going to be about buff fishing, but just tell us a little bit about yourself, I guess.
I've been fishing for about 6 or 7 years now. I started when I was
Sweet.
like 14 or 15.
Okay.
And how old are you, Austin?
I'm 22.
22. Sweet.
Not too old, but my dad, we actually went to church with a really good family friend of ours, and he invited my family to come to the Carp Talk. And I went down there, and I was like, this is the most boring thing in the world. And he let me catch a fish. It was like 10.8 pounds. And the next day, me and my dad went and bought like a set of rods, like stuff, junkies, Zebcos, and man, I was hooked. We went from there. But my dad used to fish a long time ago, so like he had a pretty decent idea about it. He's like, yeah, we'll make some bait when we go. And I just had fun with my dad, but.
Right.
Over the past couple years, we really kind of picked up on it more. We've been going every weekend instead of once or twice a month. And we just we were going and we were catching buffalo on yellow carp bait. So we kind of just figured, if we could sit down and really figure out what the buffalo like, more or less, we could really potentially win some money here. So
Right.
the past couple years, I've really been experimenting with soybean and stuff like that, trying to figure out stuff just to primarily target the buffalo and figuring out kind of pickups they like and stuff like that, spots that they're eating and stuff. So it's been a long ride, but we figured it out.
Right. Is there a certain lake you guys go to?
What's your home lake there?
What's your home lake?
It used to be called Crestwoods in North Carolina, but it's Good Times now. I don't know if you've heard of that or not.
Okay.
It's Good Times Fishing Lake in North Carolina, and it had a lot of buffalo in it. and the new owner took all of them out. They didn't count. Took all the ones in there out.
Hey, Austin, can you they're saying that they're having a little bit of problem of hearing you. Can you speak up a little louder, please?
Yeah, I can actually fix that.
Fix that screen too.
Is that better? Can you hear me better now?
Go ahead and talk for a minute, and then we'll let the viewers see if they can hear you better.
Okay. Hopefully that's better. I was trying to figure out where I can put my phone up for you guys to hear better. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I think that I can understand you a little bit better. How about you guys out there? Go ahead and continue, Austin.
We just ended up figuring out that we could catch a buffalo a lot easier. We, figured them out more instead of just going and catching them on accident. But the owner took out all those buffalo that had been in there for, years and years and years and put in a bunch of new buffaloes. So we've had to kind of figure out how to catch those. That was the main reason I got into buffalo fishing, was because this owner had filled my home lake full of buffalo, and it was like, well, you have to catch a buffalo or you're not going to win anything. So it was kind of do or die.
And why? What? And for for the people out there that watching that don't really fish for buffalo like that, like, what do you mean by?
Take it out.
No, I know what he means by them taking the buff out, but what do they mean by if you don't catch a buffalo, you ain't gonna win no money? Tell people what that means, for the people that maybe that don't know. Excuse me.
Yeah, gotcha. Like, there's no commons in this pond that are really able to compete with a 30, 40, 50-pound buffalo.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to, the big fish of the night, you're going to have a buffalo. A common carp is not going to outdo the buffalo in this. Like, there's maybe 25, 26-pound yellow carp, common carp in this pond.
Okay.
And there's just buffalo that are way bigger than this. And when you have really good buck fishermen on the lake, they're going to catch a couple buffalo a night. So you have to really compete against them, or you're just going to end up have all your money took.
Nice. I had a quick. Why did they take the old buff out?
The owner, when he originally got the pond, he set a rule that it ended up being he hated buffalo. So he said no buffalo will count in my lake ever.
Yeah.
So he had some great biting buffalo. They were amazing. They've been amazing. 30s, 40s.
Wow.
And we took them and put them in his holding pond, and he sold them all.
Okay.
So, at that point, I was like, well, okay, I hate buffalo too. I mean, they're not my home lake, so I don't have to worry about them.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta represent your lake. I understand.
Okay. Yeah, so I had to adapt.
Right.
Yeah. So I got a question for you, Austin. So, say you got one of your lakes back home that obviously they've been putting buffalo in for. I'll just say for. I'm really speaking about one of our main lakes here. There has been a lot of buffalo put in the lake, but it's so hard. The bigger ones are just not getting caught.
Gotcha.
Like, what information or what tip could you give somebody, you know what I'm saying? Especially like myself too, because I go out there and I fish for them too, and I do hit buffaloes and everything, man, but I'm still in the 20-pound range. I ain't even hit a 30-pound buffalo yet. So what kind of information or what kind of advice could you give somebody that's going to be fishing a place like that we know the buffalo are in there, but they're just not being caught?
Gotcha, yeah. Well, when they're being put in there like that, majority of the time, the new ones are going to bite grits. If I'm going to a lake that put a lot of new big buffalo in it, I'm going to throw grits, and I'm going to put some form of liquor in the grits. That's generally what I throw a lot of times. Your buffalo like more of a liquor base.
You talking about like beer, or are you talking about hard liquor?
Like moonshine, probably.
Everclear, moonshine,
Too strong, 99 stuff. Gotcha.
Stuff that I couldn't drink. That could
Yeah.
start my car.
Yeah.
Oh, I do love moonshine. Man.
And the plainer the bait, the better too. It seems like, and a plain pickup majority of the time. That's what the bigger buffs I've caught have been on. I mean, one of the biggest buffs I've ever caught, 41 even, was 4 foot off the bank on a ball of rice in the middle of January. So
Yeah.
it also has to do with luck too. You just have to have a bait ball in his face at the right time, and he has to be willing to bite it.
Yeah, for sure.
So of course you definitely use pack bait and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I know you're more in the whole tournament thing, such, and I don't really want to give out any kind of really any of your secrets that you if you want to, that's up to you. You don't. But what's your like favorite go-to flavor or something? But if you want to pass that question, I 100% understand.
Oh no, I don't care at all. I mean, it's no big deal. But,
Yeah, he seems like he's willing to help anybody out. So
Yeah.
Yeah, no, more than willing to help anybody out. I'm actually sponsored right now by Carp King.
Okay.
Tyler over there is helping me out a lot with flavoring and stuff. And Hook and Ladder has helped me out a lot too with pickups and stuff. So usually when I tend to go buffalo fishing, recently I've been using Carp King's Banana Taffy in my soybean, and it's been producing a lot of good fish. I've done pretty good on it.
Yeah.
now,
And
so
Hook and Ladder.
when you put that banana in there, like, are you using plain like kicks and puffs, or like you were saying?
Well, whenever I go to the lake, I kind of have to. That's kind of the hard part. It's like from day to day they'll change so much. You have to kind of just experiment. Like Hook and Ladder, I'll use some of their pickups. Like their Choco Mint's really good for buffalo. Their Banana Crate's really good. Stuff like those. I mean, they really like chocolate and grape and banana, stuff like that. But they're so picky and so different. One day it can be a plain puff or a plain hazelnut puff. And that's the beautiful thing about buffalo. You just have to sit down and really experiment. It's a different day every time you go out there. You never know what you could catch on today.
Yeah.
What is what kind? Now, I know each lake's different. And all that's now. Is your lake the one that produce? No, not say produce. Are you guys allowed to have 2 hooks on a line or 1 hook on a line?
Yes, sir. We can use 2 hooks.
Okay.
The majority of lakes down here are 2. I don't think there's any lake that's 1 hook only.
Yeah, over here it is. And in the end, we do one hook on ours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only
Because wow, that's unbelievable.
I know a lot of the older guys down here claim that they don't want a hook in their finger, so they took the extra one off. So you can't get, you're not gonna catch them on 2, and it makes sense. I mean, I understand what they're saying.
Yeah, here in the Bay Lakes over here, you're only allowed with 1. What size hook do you use?
I use a number 6 Mustad.
Number 6, really?
So do you make your own rigs?
Doing my what?
Do you make your own rigs, or do you just buy them off of somebody, or?
And a lot of times I'll tie my own hooks.
Okay.
But if I'm like in a bush, I'll just grab some. But a lot of times I like to tie them. I prefer ones I tie because I tie a pretty short leader on one compared to what you can buy.
Yeah. Is there a reason that you tie a shorter leader than what you can buy?
Well, that has a lot to do with it too. Because if it seems like if a buffalo is biting on your bait a lot and your pickup's floating a little bit too high above your bait, you'll swing and miss a lot more because he's just rooting in your bait. He's not getting a pickup because he's feeding below the pickup. So I have to have a short pickup so the pop or the pup or whatever is right there, and he can just be eating on the bait and grab it a lot easier. The less work, the better. I feel like that he has to do.
Yeah.
Increases my chance.
Huh.
Now, I don't know. I remember you just mentioned Carp King or anything like that. So, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to, like flavor company that you're sponsored by, or whatever?
Right now, Carp King and Hook and Ladder are the 2 that I have, and they've both been overwhelmingly supportive with helping me out with expenses and stuff. They've both been very, very great to me, and I'm very grateful for both those people, Tyler at Carp King and Nicole and Bergen at Hook and Ladder. You guys can check them out. They're great products.
Yeah, Tyler, he just took over
Carp King.
Carp King over here in Indiana.
He is a good dude. He was a friend of mine before he even owned Carp King. He was a friend of mine when he first started fishing, really. You know what I mean? He's only been fishing a few years like yourself.
Carp King is a flavor company. Was going on for a good 4 years.
Yeah, they've been around for 4 or 5 years.
And never left Indy Lakes. It was just basically.
But in that 4 to 5 years, he
Yeah.
built a brand.
Yeah, well, actually,
That works at,
Right.
obviously it works at, I've used it at other lakes. All flavor companies work. But it's the consistency that will continue to make your flavor company sell.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tyler's a good dude. Can't wait.
Shout out to him.
You know what I
Good
mean?
job.
Can't wait. I was just fishing with him the other day in
Did you?
lakes. Yeah. So.
But yeah, hooks and ladders. They got some good good pickups too.
There's a lot of pickups companies that's coming out.
Yeah,
You got TY Bug, Hook and Ladder. You got Big Hog Bass, Brian Hauser.
Yeah.
But he's been out for about this is like his second year, ain't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, Bottom Feeder Baits. They got
We're
pickups too.
experimenting.
Yeah,
That's it.
about to come out with some new stuff too. Got something the work's been working on. You know what I mean?
Trying. It's trying to keep up with you guys. It's
Yeah.
hard.
We're gonna take a break on our questions real quick.
Okay.
So if there's anybody out there online or whatever, if you guys got a question for Austin, go ahead and put that up real quick, and we'll go ahead and ask him.
Bring them on.
Yeah, bring it on.
He said, "Bring it on."
So before there was any questions yet?
Nah, go ahead.
So what's your biggest buff that you have you caught?
Big mouth is 44 even, and
Whoa.
smallmouth is even.
44.
What was that second one?
41 even.
41 even.
Wow,
That's a big buff.
that is a big buff.
Yeah.
That's big. Was that a jug money?
No, I called them both fun fishing actually. Believe it or not, that look.
It happens though. What is the most money that you have won? At, I guess, off a fish or a tournament.
The most money.
Me and my dad a couple years ago, we won. No, that's not right. I won 1,040 last year on. I caught 3 bucks and I hit a floating jug at Roy's Fish Lake in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And that's a great pond too. I love that pond very much, very dearly.
How many ponds do you have around you?
Within an hour from me,
Yeah.
I
What?
had roughly 10 to 12.
Okay. I could dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that you Southern boys. You definitely got your ponds going on there.
Oh, they do, man. They're
Do you do any wild fishing?
I've been 3 times in my life, but I want to go so bad somewhere. I just don't know how to. Every time I go, I never get bit, so I
Yeah.
kind of gave that up.
You gotta tell them in, man. All right, here we go. We got like 4 or 5 questions for you, real quick.
Bring it on.
Uh,
Okay.
the first one is from Michael Bubba Haney. Sorry if I got your last name wrong, but he said, "What's the purpose of the slap jerk?"
The reason why I've always been told it's better to slap jerk is if you're throwing a far distance across the lake, you have a lot of line that is between you and that fish.
Yeah.
And if you dig in, what they refer to as stair stepping, you know what a stair step bite is. He'll raise it up 3 steps, and usually between the second and third one is when you want to slap. He'll raise it up and hold it tight, and whenever you slap it, you're bringing that line through the water so much faster than if you just pick the rod up and jerked.
I've never even heard of it.
To me, it's just like you said. There's a lot. They can be down there moving your line around. So when you slap jerk, you're catching up to that line, to your sinker.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I
That's
mean?
a new one on
Which is
me.
gonna hook them.
That's a new one on me.
All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see. What is the main? Let's see. Jim Worthley said, "What is the buff main food in the wild?" Now, Jim, are you talking about like natural or like what he would throw?
In the wild, I know zebra mussels.
Yeah.
I would say
Pretty big.
mussels for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, zebra mussels probably one for sure.
If you guys want to try to find a flavor over that kind of stuff, That'd be a good one for the buffs.
He said both. So what would be something you would throw in the wild to catch buffalo, and what do you think they're eating on in the wild that makes them so big?
Well, like James said, I would say the zebra mussel is probably their main food source in the wild. And they get so much bigger because they have such a large area to be in. I mean, you can only get as big as your surroundings fish-wise.
Yeah.
So they have all limited room. They can just roll and get
Now,
as big as they
maybe you guys, you don't do enough wild fishing, Austin, but maybe some people out there. This is a question I wouldn't mind knowing. Which one do you guys think is more territorial, common carp or a buff? That would like push the fish away.
Like out of your swim.
Yeah,
obviously.
your swim, food sources. That the bullies. Well, it's got to be. I would think. Now that you heard something, Austin. I mean, you feel free to answer that question too.
I've always been told that buffalo are the most dominant fish in the lake.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, I'll be sitting there catching common carp constantly, like over and over and over, and you know how they go to ripping.
Right.
And then they'll just stop and completely stop, and your lines will start fluttering and moving around a lot, and I'll start getting on top of them, standing there and start slapping, and usually hit a buffalo.
Yeah.
And after I catch that buffalo out of my hole, the yellow carp will come back and start feeding again. So the buffalo move in and kind of run the commons out, I feel like.
Yeah.
Real quick, guys out there on Facebook land, Austin sent me so many beautiful, good size, beautiful buffs. A lot of buff
Pictures.
Pictures that he caught. In a couple of days, you guys will get to see it on check out our YouTube channel. You'll watch it, and we'll actually post the photos of all the captures that he has. So go ahead, and if you haven't got a chance yet, subscribe to our channel, check it out.
Yeah,
and
hit that little button down there,
yeah.
Subscribe. Then hit that little button down here that lets you know every time we post something.
And check out all the fish that Austin's
And
caught.
you guys watching, please don't forget to share this video.
Yeah.
And next question is going to be: do you use flags on your line or putty?
Buddy.
Now, are you using like Play-Doh or are you using plumber's putty?
Plumber's putty.
That's me. That's how I do it.
It's the best. Even in the rain,
Anyway,
it slides on your line really well too.
that's what I do.
I'm really I'm really loving all the comments that we're getting right now. About buffalo being territorial and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and.
Also real quick too, guys, out there, tell us your guys' biggest buff out there. Go ahead and post it. And
biggest buff
that
biggest
you guys
comment.
caught.
We'll go ahead and ask Austin to write that right now. Obviously, we know your buff is 44 and 41. What is your biggest common, and what is your biggest mirror if you've ever caught one?
Oh, they're not that big. My biggest common's 27.5.
That's a pretty good size. That's awesome, bud.
Mirror is 23.4.
Okay, I can dig it. There's been people fishing for years never really caught a mirror that size.
What would you say that your favorite lake to fish is?
My favorite lake to fish.
You're talking about pond or lake?
Well, he's a paylaker, so
Yeah, so-
so obviously it's going to be one of his home lakes or something.
Yeah, well, Good Times is my favorite lake. But if I could only choose one for the rest of my life to fish, it would be Wards. I mean, that's just
There are a lot of good things about Wards. Never been there,
you
but
can't.
You can't keep a rod in the water there.
No, absolutely not. It's unreal. Jeff Ward has an amazing pond.
nice.
For sure.
Yes, he does. Like, he has the fastest fighting. Let me take it back. He has the fastest biting fish that I have ever seen in a pay lake. And I've been carp fishing, like I'm almost 40. Like I've been carp fishing since I was like 12. You know what I mean? So I went through I think it was a 6 or 8 hour session. I went through 3 buckets of bait on 2 rods.
Over Wards?
2 rods, non-stop.
Oh, how many rods are you allowed over at your ponds?
Good time. Well, a lot of them are
Okay.
Awards 2, optional 3.
Okay.
Ops is 4, optional 5. So it just varies on the pond. But majority 4. Most of the ponds 4 rods.
Nice. Well, let me throw some questions out there again. Okay. Okay. Now, did we talk about the whole? So you said your passion started for. Okay, here we go. I guess it's going. Who do you look up to as a mentor or for advice on buff fishing?
On buff fishing?
Yeah.
Ooh. See, a lot of times, my friend Hunter Inman, I know you guys got a lot of comments about him and his dad, Jimmy.
Yeah.
If I'm going to a new lake, a lot of times I'll ask them if they know anything about it. So they know a lot about these different lakes I've never been to. And a lot of the buffalo are more towards South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So I can ask them, and majority of the time, they know kind of what's going on. So they've helped me out a lot too. And my dad, he's helped me out a lot too with the buffalo, and
Nice.
they've helped me get to where I'm at.
You still fish with your dad a lot?
Yeah, I fish with him quite a bit. Whenever he'll go with me, it's hard to get him to get out and go now.
So what are you saying? He don't get out. He just don't get out and fish no more. Is he scared you're gonna put that whooping on him? He talks to you too much.
I think he just doesn't want to admit it, but I mean, my girlfriend puts a hurting on me now, so it's hard for me to even compete.
Yeah. I mean, we had to give her a shout out too, because a lot of people in the comments was telling us, like you're really the net man.
Yeah, I am. Outrun her to my rods.
I taught her everything I knew, right?
But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I mean, to have somebody that.
It's good you guys got a good relationship like that.
Yeah,
we got a couple here in Indy is kind of like that. Nick and Tiffany. Yeah, they're good. They're good Indiana.
But you probably, I mean, you may know Nick and Tiffany. They throw for Wicked or whatever. Tiffany won the championship last year for Midwest Carp Master.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've talked to them before on Facebook. They're both very nice individuals. Yeah. They seem like.
Yeah, they are. They're very good people.
Yeah. What do you got?
Let's see.
You got questions over there too? Anything?
Now I've seen them all, but what is a fantail? A fantail is just if you've been to a pet store, you will see that they have fantail kois.
Yeah.
So
sometimes there's commas that way.
Yeah, sometimes it comes like what is it? Connecticut?
Let's hear the best way to try to say it. It's almost like a beta fish.
Yeah.
It
has real long fins and everything is kind of, their fins, they're regular fins, but then they get real long, and that's what you call a fantail.
Yeah. And there's some real pretty ones out there too.
Yeah, so if you...
That's something on my bucket list I want.
Yeah, look up the Connecticut... Is it Connecticut?
Yeah.
If you look up the Connecticut tournament, they have a lot of fantails down there. And them fantails, I've never caught one. I've seen one caught, but I've never have. I've never caught a fantail or a koi.
Yeah, koi.
Those are my two. And a 30-pound buff. Like, I feel like that's in maybe a 30-pound grassy.
I got 26 grassy. Yeah. Here's one real quick for you, bud. What is your craziest experience while fishing?
While fishing?
Yeah, just anything craziest thing that happened to you.
Well, I actually I was fishing at Ward's beside some of my really good friends, and like Tommy said, they absolutely bite like crazy up there.
Yeah.
This girl, it was kind of Tiffany and Nick. This girl was fishing her own set, and she swung on a fish, and she was like, "Wow, that fish is heavy." And I said, "Oh man, you probably got a 30." She got it in. She had like a 23-pound common carp on one hook and a like 14 or 15-pound common carp on the other hook.
Oh, wow.
And it blew my mind. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I've never seen anything like that.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that either, though.
Have you ever fished outside of your state before? Hay ponds?
I'm South Carolina.
Yeah.
And fished at Foster's and Big D's. I don't know if you guys have heard of that lake. That's
I have
a really
heard of
nice lake. And I've actually been to Hubbard Springs Lake. I came
Okay,
up
so
there
you have
and
been here in India.
Yeah, I've been up there and I met a guy to get some reels. Damon Hess. Do you guys know him?
Yep, Damon, he's a good guy, man. I have bought a lot of reels and rods and everything from him, and
Like Eric?
no.
Oh.
He's bought a lot. You know, I've done a lot of good business with him, man. He's a good dude, man. So if anybody's out there doing business with him, or
Sure.
you know, or thinking about doing business with him, man, he's a good guy. So
Honest dude.
yeah, for sure. So Todd Bright,
Todd, what's up?
he said, does he use sour bait or fresh bait for buffs? Which is more productive for him? I think he may have missed your earlier comment, but we'll go ahead and do it again.
Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
This time of year, April and May, fresh soybean. But in August and September, sour.
Hotter it gets, you sour?
The hotter it gets, the more of an alcohol yeast smell you kind of want to it, from what I've experienced.
Yeah.
What do you like, what kind of liquor are you talking about? You talking about vodka?
Yeah, like what's your preferred liquor? Do you use moonshine? Because I know down in South Carolina, North Carolina, there's a lot of moonshine and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, the stuff that you can't buy at the ABC store is what I like to get.
Okay.
There you go.
Game on.
Yeah.
I got a couple of good dealerships down in the Kentucky area, Tennessee area. They ships stuff to me.
Yeah. What do you think makes a good carp angler or a good buff fisherman?
A lot of patience,
Hear
a
that a
lot
lot?
of luck, and the willingness to be attentive enough to watch your lines for an 8-hour period of time. You have to pay attention.
Yeah.
It's more about your ethic and your patience than it is your bait. You have to put in the time and the patience to be able to do it and be consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just basically, you're not paying attention to nobody else, walking away from your lines. You're just there staring at your rods all the time.
Well, they're just different there. When we go to the Pay Lake, we got a 12-hour pass. You know what I mean? And we're not. Buzzer ain't going off every 15 or 30 minutes or every or whatever, every hour on the hour when you're just fun fishing like us. When they go fish at their lakes, I know some lakes have fun fishing, but most of them are strictly tournaments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So from 9 to 5 they're fishing, and from 6 to midnight or 6 to 2 in the morning they're fishing. You know.
So basically, what you guys got? Are you guys at the?
It's like their lakes are like casinos.
Are you guys tournament ponds? Just tournament ponds only?
Some of them.
Some of them are. Like
Okay.
TNT in South Carolina, it's a fun fish only pond.
Okay.
It's full of buffalo. Good Times is fun fishing only right now.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to turn soon. So in the wintertime, a lot of ponds are doing fun fishing, but whenever spring and summer roll around, it's strictly tournaments.
Okay. I can dig it. Huh.
For the people that's commenting now about the slap jerk he was talking about, when you cast further out, you got a lot of line out. So when they slap jerk, they do that to catch up to their sinker and their hook, to make sure that they hook them just in case that buff. Because if I've caught a lot of buffalo, I mean I caught a bunch of big buffalo, but I've hit a lot of 20s. But when they run, they'll run close. I've seen buffalo jump straight out of the water, right onto the bank. You know what I mean? So that's the reason for the slap jerk, is to catch up all that.
So that's like.
Let's see. Most of his buffs run with his bait / pickup. Sounds like you got a lot of people on here that sees you fish, man, and you're pretty good at what you do from what they're saying.
Well, I appreciate all the support. I really do. There's been several people that have helped me out, and I'm very appreciative for, starting out trying to learn how to, kind of get out what's going on. I mean, not wanting all the secrets, top secrets, but, do I need to be throwing soybean this time of year, or grits this time of year, or chow this time of year? Like, what would a buffalo be eating right now that could increase my chances, you know?
Right.
I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you kind of have to, and that's the patience part. You have to figure out what comes with each time of year.
Well, see, that's the good thing about, I guess you could say, about some of our carp fishermen up here, man, and we're pretty good at helping people out.
Yeah.
But I know the reason for that is because we don't have tournament lakes. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going in there and putting up, you know, a certain amount of money every, 7 days a week, because I've seen guys come down there, when I've come down and fish, like, they're fishing every tournament.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's their job, so I can understand, I guess, maybe down there where you're from, from South Carolina, North Carolina, stuff like that. Like, it's really is a lot of tournament style fishing. And that's probably why the people don't want to give the secrets out like that, because, they're putting money up saying they're going to take your money, and you're putting money up saying that you're going to take their money.
So,
Exactly.
do you guys, up here we have like a tournament series up here called the Midwest Carp Masters, and before that it was the MPQs, Northern Paylaker qualifiers.
Yep.
Yeah, qualifiers. Do you guys got any kind of series that you guys get down there? Tournament series?
We do. I've never competed in it personally, but
Yeah.
Dwayne Davis from Full Pool Beavers, he has the MLC Major League
Yeah,
Carp
yeah,
series
yeah.
running there.
Yeah.
And that's all over the state. And in Georgia, and it's pretty interesting setup. It's very.
It really is,
very,
man. He's
a good guy.
he's going to be one to take, Keith Sisney, and him and Dave from Full Pool too, man. They're taking stuff to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
You know what I
yes,
mean?
they are.
And I feel like, our lakes are, I'm not saying our lakes, carp fishing here, you know what I'm saying? We're behind.
A little bit.
Because they was using casters and everything like that in North Carolina before we was using them here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like I'm sure they was using pack baits there before we even got it here.
And it's
No,
a
go on.
lot of times guys from Indies come down and fish against us here. The guys from Indies take a lot of our money, like at Creekside and Pops.
Was you part of that a while back?
Man, I've been with a couple teammates and we've been down there and we've all won money together, but there's a lot of good fishermen down there, and there's a lot of good carp fishermen that come down there from Indiana too.
Yeah.
There's a good, Nick and Tiffany and them's down there right now.
Oh, yeah.
There's Houston Cornett, he's down there right now.
What lake are they at?
I'm sure they're at Pops and Pike ended up hitting Creekside, but I know they was definitely at Pops.
Yeah. Here.
Nick,
I'm sorry?
Go ahead, bro.
I Nick Sweezy's down here too at Poppy's too. He told me he was going there earlier today.
Yeah.
Eric Hickman,
Yep.
I think I saw was a creek. He was there down there.
Yeah, I think Eric's down there with he's down there with Houston.
Gotcha. And Bear and Shane, I fished next to them.
Who's
Marty
Bear?
Thompson. I've met several folks from up there.
Yep.
All were super nice to me. Very,
Yeah.
very nice people.
Yeah. Okay, here's one. What is the weirdest type of bait you ever used for buff fishing?
Oh man.
Weirdest.
Well, the nastiest / weirdest. I actually had a bucket of soybean and I poured 2 pints of buttermilk into it and mixed it up, and I put it in my driveway so it would get hot and sweaty and it would stink. And I forgot about it completely.
Is it?
Back there for like 2 months, me not even thinking anything about it. And I went to open it and it had
Maggots.
mold on it,
Oh.
and bugs in it.
Read
I mixed it up and I took it to Wards, and I actually caught a 25-9 buffalo on it.
Did
So
you?
they will buy anything. They will buy anything that you throw. If you're in the right spot.
Yeah.
If they'll buy that, then they'll buy anything.
So what do you think, like, when it comes to the pay ponds and stuff like that, do you think the buffs stay in the shallower water or the deeper water?
Like this time of year, like the cold water, they're more towards the deeper end of the pond. But whenever June and May roll around, they'll be up in the shallow end of the pond.
What's your temperature down there now?
Right, today it was like 65, I think. Right now it's 69. So
Yeah, we're at 43 right now.
Yeah, pretty cold.
It's like bipolar up here.
It was a high of 56 today, so it's not too cold. Not too bad.
So, got our question.
It's different.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, no, real quick. So, the most nastiest bait. Is there any time that you had to hold your food down just to pack up your the bait ball or anything?
I've had to wear gloves, and my girlfriend sat in the car while I packed it. I've ever had experience with.
Oh well, they were nasty.
Yes, she told me if I was throwing that she didn't want me nowhere near her. So I said, okay, she would catch the fish, and I would just bait the rods.
Long time ago, years and years ago, we had in one of our ponds. I worked for an apartment complex, and we had one of our ponds. I guess when they were trying to treat one of our little ponds, for weeds and all that kind of stuff. Let me get that real quick. Sorry, just want to try and call. Let me get that fixed up real quick. One of our ponds was being treated for weeds and all that. Well, at the time, it's not really funny that we had a lot of carp that died in there. I mean, we had
In one of the back ponds here?
Yeah, we had maybe a good over 15 carp, that good-sized carp that died on the side of the bank. Well, of course, one of our maintenance guys, was this trash area. He never really picked it up. The stench got so bad after a week and a half.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Oh man! And then he sent all the maintenance guys over to that area, try and get all the dead fish out and all the other trash out of the lake. Man, I tried so hard to hold. I was laughing so hard, and my stomach was all knotted up because I'm trying to hold back my food. Yeah, my puke. It's like, oh man, it was the most awkward kind of thing. And I mean, even when you're picking the stuff up with your pickers, the parts were just.
It was just falling apart. They should have been picked up.
That's probably about the most worst smell you could ever have, is just dead fish smell.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Go on, you got a question? Yeah.
Me and my partner, I fished at Hunter and Inman. We have this pickup, and it's called we call it battery acid. It is foul. It is absolutely potent. I don't know what he puts on it. It smells like fart spray. It's bad. I can barely throw it.
So should we announce that now?
Oh.
Put your eyes on.
Oh no, we just got a text. Sorry guys, give us.
You think we should announce that now? I think we should.
Brentman sponsors is. Yeah, go for it. Game on. Go ahead.
All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, man. We're in the middle of our show. We got a few people on here watching too. I would like to give a big shout out to our new sponsor.
Yeah. It's been in the works for a little bit.
We've been in the works for a little bit. Been talking about it.
We just got this text.
We just got the text saying it was a go. You know what I mean? So we would definitely like to thank Tyler Christ with Carp King Flavors. He reached out to us a couple weeks ago. Since he took over Carp King, he was looking to do some sponsorship.
Yeah.
So, he got a hold of me, and, thanks to a good teammate brother, Brian Hauser, he's been in the works talking to him and everything. So, we are now the proud
Sponsors of Carp King.
Carp King now sponsors Team Fish Fighters. We appreciate you, Tyler. We appreciate you coming to us, and willing to help and believing in what we believe in. The vision, the future of carp fishing.
Yep.
He's going to be helping out with some kid tournaments and stuff like that too, I imagine. But we appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Tyler.
From me, James, the whole team.
Yeah. Good job, Brian.
Hopefully, with this happening, because we don't discriminate against no flavor company
At all.
no bait company, no pay lakes, anything like that. We are a very neutral team, even though we all have our individual own sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, for the people that's watching or that's going to watch this, you know what I mean? Hopefully this will encourage other people to want to step up. And,
So his name will go on all of our videos and
Carp King is going to be blasted on every time you see him. Chief Fish Fighters, you're going to see Carp King. So we want other flavor companies to maybe come in and help out. You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to host tournaments.
We're trying to build a family.
Buy trophies. We have a junior fish fighter team. Tyler has two. I think he has 2 boys, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 3. I really, I may be wrong. But we'll have him on the show here soon. You know what I mean? And so you guys can get the feel about who he is as a person and everything. But thank you, Tyler, man. I really appreciate that. But we're gonna get back to Austin and everything, who is actually sponsored by Carp King. So,
what do you think about that, Austin?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know. We kind of kept it in the, and we may have another sponsor too. We got to do some talking to him and see what we can work out. So if you're a flavor company out there and you guys want to help out Team Fish Fighters and sponsor us, get a hold of me or James or Brian Hauser. You can get a hold of any of us, man. And we greatly appreciate everybody that watches our videos and subscribes to our channel.
Yeah, appreciate
the people that we call, that call in and actually talk to us on our podcast. We appreciate everybody, guys. More than you guys probably know. You know what I mean? Like, we're not in this we do this because we love carp fishing. We're not gonna get rich off of this.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not what we're doing this for. We do this for our passion.
For you guys too.
Yep. And everybody out there is watching, and people like Austin. You know
Let's
what I'm
talk
saying?
carp.
Yeah. So let's get back to the buffalo. So let me ask you a question. When you go fishing for buff, or when you go fishing, do you like to day fish or do you like to night fish?
Not fish, 100%.
Night. You think the buffalo feed more at night or what?
Well, that, and I don't have a glare on the water, so I can see when they bite it a lot better.
Right.
You have to pay attention to your line to really, very much so you can see it a lot better at night whenever it's not that glare.
Do you, what's your occupation?
I actually just changed my job. I was a CNA at a nursing home.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I had to get out of that. That was not a go.
Yeah.
So, and now I work at a company called Toolcraft, and we make and assemble bolts for AK-47s and AR.
Nice. That's kind of cool.
It was a cool change. I definitely.
Working in a nursing home, I bet that was kind of hard, man.
Yeah,
seeing all this, it's just sad in there. I worked in one when I was younger, like 16 years old. 16, 17, and almost 18. I worked there for like almost 3 years, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was sad. I worked in the kitchen though,
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Is it's actually how I met my girlfriend, and she's like never done any carp fishing before in her life, so.
And I'm sure you got her hooked now, don't you?
The first time we went, she caught one that was like 17 pounds, and then we went and tournament fished, and we won like $250. And ever since then, every time a line moves, it's getting that fish is better. I was looking at its mouth because it's getting swung at.
Well, yeah, she's thinking nail money, eyebrow money, new shoes.
It's like you know her. I mean,
You know her.
Wow.
All right, I got a good question. I got another good question for you. This is from Jim Weatherly. He said, define a buff bite. What are you looking for, or what do you, he said, define a buff bite. What are you looking for before you pull the trigger?
Okay, like what do I look for before I slap at it?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what he's saying. Like, what do you look for, you know what I'm saying, when you know that it's, you got a buffalo playing with your marker or your Play-Doh or whatever?
Do you get it on the bump?
Oh yeah, a lot of times. Like they'll either kick it up and it looks like it's fluttering or shaking. It'll go up and down, and it has like a vibration through the line. You can see the whole line just fluttering, and that's usually when I'll slap. Or a lot of times they'll drop it into the water, just completely into the water. And when you get to it to tighten it up, they'll bring it back up really slow out of the water. And that's a big thing I look for too. If I see it start raising itself up out of the water, then I usually know he's there and I'll slap.
Do you get confused? Does that a catfish and a buff bite have the same biting patterns?
It's funny you said that actually. At Roy's, they have some small catfish in there, and one night I was catching catfish just like buffalo,
Yeah.
and like 3 or 4 catfish, slapping on them, and I was like, it was fun. I caught 20 catfish,
Man.
and then all at once, one floated it up and held it like a catfish. I was like, oh boy, there he is again. I went up there and slapped it, and as soon as I hit it, it bowed my rod over and about took it out of my hand because I didn't expect it. And it was like a 20-some pound buffalo. So yeah, they definitely bite very much alike.
Huh. Yeah. That's kind of
Right
cool.
out of nowhere.
Now, what kind of? Now, what kind of? Tell us your setup on your caster. Do you fish with casters or open reels?
Yeah, I use Carp Masters.
Okay.
Not Carp Masters, I'm sorry. With 7'11", the 513
Yeah.
bait rods. I like a medium heavy or a heavy rod. Extra heavy is too much for me. It's
Okay.
hard to slap something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because that rod's just a little bit too thick.
It'll break your hand if you hit it in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Have you ever injured yourself slap jerking?
I popped the joint really bad in my middle finger and it swelled up really big. But other than that, no, nothing too serious.
Have you ever snapped a rod?
No, but I know a good buddy of mine snapped one the other night at Southern Carp Lake. Mr. Hunter Inman snapped one throwing it out. I know he's watching, so. You
Look,
can ask him how to rod. He can tell you how.
Say that again.
My good buddy Hunter Inman that's watching this podcast right now broke one the other night when we was fishing at Southern Carp Lake, so he can tell you how it's done.
Yeah, he just said he's broke many.
I don't doubt it. It sounds like a bullwhip whenever he hits it.
James Moore said, I don't know if you know him or not.
He's a good buddy of mine too.
Yeah, he said what does he recommend for Woody's carp pond to catch the buffs?
I know a lot of those boys up there are a great chow, and a lot of times spearmint or clove pickups is what I've personally done well on up there. And those are good pickups at any buck pond. Spearmint, clove, wintergreen, anise oil, stuff like that is good.
Now, with all the ponds around you, an hour radius around you and all that stuff, has each one of those ponds got their own particular flavor?
Oh yeah, like if you go to any other pond, it's so much different. I mean, like one pond is a red pond, and this pond could be a grape pond, another pond could be a red pond, like a red flavor.
Now, is that just for buffs or commons?
That's just in general. Like if you throw, like there's a lake that I fished on here, and there's boys that are throwing. There's 2 flavors, green monster and red monster. You know, everybody knows green monster, but one company came out with red monster, and you can throw green monster all day long. They will not touch it. But
Really?
you put it in red monster in that bait, they'll tear it up.
Now, are you putting that flavor in your bait or just on pickup, or do you always throw a plain pickup?
Well, I tend to throw a lot of plain whenever I'm fishing for yellows or common carp. But if I'm going to buff fish, I'll throw flavor pickup
Yeah.
majority of the time.
James Moore said he needs you to teach him.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He knows what's going on.
So he's on here cracking jokes then, huh?
Oh yeah, I sold him a set of rods the other night to slap jerk on, so he knows what's up.
All right, here's one. What would you say is your favorite memory or a special moment in buff fishing?
Oh, me and my dad, when
Yeah.
we first started, we went to Good Times, and we were fishing, and he caught two buffaloes. One was a 42.8 and one was a 37.9. Caught them back to back, and I caught a 22 even buffalo that night. And we didn't win a lot of money, but being able to catch a big buffalo while my dad caught two big buffalo, that really made it special too.
Nice.
Nicole Bailey Crawford said, "Do you use the dipping method when you fish?"
At certain ponds, yes, because that seems like the only way that those fish in certain ponds will bite.
Yeah.
I dip my pops a lot down there.
What would you say? What would you say for somebody new into buff fishing? You know, at one of your ponds, what would you recommend how to start out first?
Just watch your lines
Yeah,
and get the feel for how they're biting, and you have to understand the buffalo bite. You have to. It's a cadence.
Yeah.
If he's just pulling it out and holding it really slow,
Right.
and you swing, 9 times out of 10 he's not there.
Okay.
But if he pulls it up and it's got a vibration in the line or a flutter to it, I guess, if you know what I mean, like if
Right.
the line is quivering,
Yeah.
that's there. That's when you need to hit it. You just have to be patient and wait for that right bite.
Now, do you keep your lines real tight when it comes? Because sometimes when wind blows your lines, would you basically probably know the difference between a wind blowing a line and a fluttering in a line too, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Seems like whenever the buffalo bite it, they'll pull it against the wind. You can tell all of them, 3 of them might be going to the left, and one of them pulling to the right, like really slow.
Right.
That's usually you can tell, and you can slap it.
Okay. What would you say to a beginner again? The easiest bait to make
For buffalo?
for buffalo. Yeah.
Thanks for buffalo. A buffalo will bite trout chow just as good as they will.
Trout chow. Is that's regular chow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
200.
Yeah. Well, I like 600 or the coarse chow.
Yeah.
It's the bit. It's not processed. It's brown, a light tan color. Mixing it with the 200 chow. That does them really good.
Now, do you have to? Now, you said the 600. You said you use 600 chow.
Yeah. I like 600.
I don't think I've seen 2 and 3. I don't think I've ever seen 600. Is that a lot bigger chow?
It's called ground chow. It's got a lot of powder in it, and people down towards where I live will know what I'm talking about. It's a tan color, but it's unprocessed chow. It's not BB chow.
So it's not in pellets. It's in a powder.
Wait, do what?
So it's not in a pellet form. Is it? It's in a powder form.
No, it's not. It's more powdery and larger pellets. It's not the small like oily BBs.
Yeah.
Now, how much is you guys' chow for 200 down there?
50-pound bag I think is $88, and most ponds is selling 3-pound bags for like $7 or $8 a bag.
Yeah. See, it's outrageous up here on chow.
Yeah.
Like it's over $100 a bag.
Wow.
It's over $100 a bag, and it's some places it's $20 for 3 pounds of chow, and some other places it's $11.99, $10.99, $12.99. Like it's getting really ridiculous out here. But the people that fish up here. I mean, everybody throws chow because that's what the fish want. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It's not what they want. It's what they're hooked on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people up there. I see a lot of discussions about up there. People throwing chow.
Yeah. A lot of people likes to just outlaw. Well, not outlaw it, but stop.
I mean, but that's the only reason. That's the only way that we're going to get the price down.
Yeah.
Is if you know what I mean. If we don't go buy it. If we don't go buy it and they're just sitting there and nobody's buying it, they're gonna have to lower the price. Because obviously, they're getting it for
How long would you suggest that they do that? Like a year?
what?
Not buy chow.
I mean, it's not going to happen.
Oh, I know it's not gonna happen. I'm just like, well,
I mean,
I just don't wanna know your
But
suggestion.
I mean, it could happen because if me personally, if I owned a pay lake, you know what I mean.
Boycott for
But the pay lakes are making money off of it.
And
so-
it's good protein for the fish too.
I mean, it is, but you know, it's hard on the fishermen.
Yeah.
It's hard to get people to come in and carp fish for carp when they have to go pay $150 for a bag of chow.
Yeah.
When we can go to the when I can stop at Kroger's and buy two or three tubes of oats for $7.
I know in that town they head all the way down, go down south and come back. With a
Yeah,
whole
you know what I
bunch,
mean? Like, it's just getting
50,
out-
50 bags full of thing, like 20, 30 bags.
It's the the only way we're gonna ever stop using chow is if the lakes that we fish are like chow's cut off until a certain date.
Yeah.
So then now
And then you
now it's chow.
gotta have all the places doing that. Every single pay
And
lake.
that's what I'm saying. It's not gonna happen.
No, it's not gonna happen.
No, I mean that's what the fish are biting on. You know, it's
Because it's cheaper down south. What it is it's the money cost to bring that stuff up here.
look right here, South Carolina, or let's see, South Carolina, $92 a bag. See, we can't even get nowhere close to that. I mean, we could if we drive down there and buy a whole truckload and come back. You know what I mean? But it's the price gouging. It's the same with the gas and everything else that people can't get right now. You know what I mean? If it's just it's really kind of just getting out of control. But it is what it is.
Go Brandon.
No, yeah, let's go, Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go, Grant.
Yeah, let's see. Some of these questions that we got on here are really obsolete, man, because you don't fish in the wild like that.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, my brother loves to throw trout shell, and I'm not that good at it, but he can catch him on trout shell. He's caught his biggest buffalo is like a 22.9. I think it was. He caught trout shell. So he obviously is a trout shell fan. So that would really affect him if he didn't.
So how many family members that fishes with you?
Oh, I have, yeah, my brother and my dad both fish with me. My brother's younger than me, but he's
Okay.
and he enjoys it. We've done pretty well together several times. He's caught some nice buffalo.
Sweet.
We just we have different schedules, so we don't get to as much. So
Right. It's always good if you got a family member that fishes. You know, it's always great to build that memory together with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially when me and my dad and my brother can go and like they'll fish 2 rods and I'll fish 2 rods and we have a set of 4 there and we're just throwing out of the same bucket. It's fun.
Nice.
Our local feed stores have
He's ready to go on.
Yeah, I'm we're reading comments.
Let me start talking another question for you real quick while he's reading the Wi-Fi. What is a good one? I should have been on top of it.
What do you?
Now you don't chum. Of course you don't chum, do you?
The only way that we can do that is like if I stood up there and I rebaited my rods every 5 minutes, pretty much. That's the only way I'd be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Now, did we talk about this? I'm not sure. What's your favorite go-to flavor? Did we talk about that?
Mm-hmm.
We already did.
No.
Oh.
I like grape and chocolate a lot, but for my soybean I like banana. If it's for buffalo, banana.
Okay.
But common carp, grape or chocolate.
Hunter Emmons said favorite flavor company. I don't know if he's asking me to ask you that. I mean, obviously you're sponsored by Carp King, but I'll ask the question: what is your favorite flavor company? Before you got sponsored by Carp King.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, that's easier. It would have been Bad News Bait or R&W. Those 2 or 3.
R&W.
What would you say your go-to flavor for R&W would be for Buff?
They make a really good banana nut extreme.
And
Also make a really, really good orange pineapple that works good for buffalo too.
Sour banana.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Sour banana, probably.
James Spalding said,
James Spalding.
yeah. He stole your name.
No, actually.
How many days do you let your beans set before you use it?
I make it the night before I go fish.
The night before he goes. But, for the people that's now tuning in, he said he uses a lot of liquor. I'm just going to say liquor.
Yeah.
Preferably something
Strong.
something strong,
Real strong.
Everclear,
Yeah.
moonshine.
110.
You gotta get your moonshine from the liquor store though. Can't buy none of that illegal stuff.
Yeah, you can.
That stuff's illegal.
Yeah, you can.
If I went to the ABC store, I'd probably get some kind of rum or like Coors Light does really good in soybean too, or Miller Light does very well too. A white beer does better for me than a dark beer.
Tyler Christ just got on here. What's up, Tyler Christ? What's up, brother? Appreciate the sponsorship, man.
Yeah.
Glad we got everything worked out.
Shout out.
Shout out to you and the family and everything. But Tyler's question to you is, he said, what do you use for line markers? We already asked this question, but we'll go ahead and let him answer it again for you, Tyler.
Either plumber's putty or modeling clay, whichever one I can get my hands on. I can get a 5-pound brick of modeling clay for like $6 down here.
Yeah.
And that'll last me like a year or two.
Yeah. Now, can you get that? Now, where do you get that at down there? Do you get it at a like a craft store or what?
The arts and crafts section at Walmart.
Yep.
So it's easy. I just want to buy there and grab as much as I need, or however much I need of it.
Now, I just had a question. What would you?
Now, my brother.
Oh.
What?
No, go on. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Like my brother can slap. He loves to slap on buffalo, so he can go through a brick of 5 pounds of flag dough in probably 2 weeks, and we're at a buffalo pond. They're really biting.
Huh. What would you say your dream lake would be?
That you would like to fish.
Nothing but buffs.
No. I mean, the name of a lake.
Oh.
A lake that you would like to try out, or it could be wild. It could be a pay pond or whatever.
You know, for buffalo, it would be Blacksburg in South Carolina. That is a wonderful lake too. It's not running right now, but
Yeah.
I know it has great potential.
We-
For wild, I would personally love to go to Del Hollow at least once in my life. I know it's a great body of water.
It's
Never been.
beautiful.
I've seen so many good about that.
It's definitely God's country.
That's where my PBs come from. 34 even, and a 34.4.
Wow.
But hey, I was gonna say, on buffalo, a trip on, to catch some monster buffalo in the wild, you should get a hold of our last guest,
Austin Anderson.
Austin Anderson. He has a buffalo guide service out of Texas.
Yeah.
Shout out to Austin.
Austin.
But you should get a hold of him, man. He has a good thing set up to where all you gotta do is fly out there, maybe, you know what I mean? You don't need no rods or nothing. He has all that stuff for you, man. So,
Everything, bait. I think the only thing you could bring is just your food.
yeah, your food, drinks, and stuff like that, and he pretty much provides everything else.
Yeah.
I'll have to get in touch with him. Maybe he can hook me up.
Yeah, he has a guide service.
Yeah, check out our last YouTube channel.
Yep, check out our last podcast, man. That's who we had on here, was Austin Anderson.
Very good. A lot of good information, too.
Here, Tyler Christ said, sorry, boys, I was talking to Brian, tuned in late. No problem. Appreciate you, Tyler.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Kelly said, what size weight do you prefer, large flat weights or smaller?
Good one.
Good question.
Yeah.
1/4 ounce or 1/8 ounce.
When you're buff fishing?
Yes, and if I'm going to...
No, those are called the no rolls, right?
No, I like the roll fingers. I don't
Yeah.
like the no roll.
Yeah, the like the round ones.
Okay. The eggs.
Like the egg sinkers?
I got you.
Yeah. And if I'm going like common carp fishing, hogs or creekside, I would use like maybe a 3/4 ounce or a 1/2 ounce, but nothing any bigger than 3/4 ounce. I can't do a 1 ounce personally.
And that's just because. So when you think them buffalo pick that pickup up and they fill maybe a 1 ounce, do they just automatically want to put it back down?
That's my thinking. Like, and you use a smaller hook so they don't, they're really skittish fish, kind of like a trout, like in a stream. But if they feel much at all, they're gonna drop it. Is my understanding of it.
Yeah.
And I switched to smaller gear, smaller stuff. I've done a lot better. It's my percentage on catching buffalo has increased tremendously. So I feel like that has a lot to do with
Man, we got a lot of questions this week, man, and I'm really liking that.
Yeah. Keep it up, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we switched over to the Team Fish Fighter page and do some experimenting in between my page and Team Fish Fighters, and this Team Fish Fighter is actually blowing up a lot.
Yeah, it's actually, I think we should have been using that.
We should have.
Because this is the brand that we're building and have been building for a while.
Yeah.
Josh Jones says, beginner for buff fishing, what's a good flavor to use?
There you go. That's a good question.
Banana.
Banana.
Yeah, if we can.
Banana.
Banana.
Banana for a pickup or like bait?
Well, that's the thing too. A hot banana is a great pickup. Hot butternut's a great pickup for buffalo. Hook and Ladder has one that's very good. It's Choco Mint. That's an exceptional pickup for buffalo. I love that pickup. You guys should definitely check them out if you're starting trying to get into buffalo. Pick up some of their pots and stuff they make. They'll help you out a lot. And they're ready to go. They make them and they're already pretty much try to get them out of the bag. Or a plain puff works just as good too. I've caught just as many buffs on a plain puff as I have any flooded pickup I've ever thrown. That's all my dad will throw.
Oh, really?
He will not throw anything but a plain puff.
Huh.
Sometimes I want
Do
to
you
strangle him with that.
do you experiment with pineapple?
I put pineapple juice in my bait. Yes, sometimes.
But you do better on the other stuff.
Yeah, it just depends on the time of year, like.
Right.
So
Now, do you
I like pineapple juice, but if it's kind of colder,
Yeah,
like
pineapple
this time,
juice.
pineapple juice?
Yeah, they use a lot of pineapple juice in North Carolina and stuff like that.
yeah, Ward's especially. That's a pineapple juice lake.
Now, do you make a bread ball at all?
Bread, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to throw loaf bread, but I don't care much for the freeze-dried bread. Panko.
Yeah, the
Panko.
panko. Yeah, I like getting the blender and doing it the good way.
Yeah, exactly. I like that better too.
Kelly asked another good question. Do you use flag on hook or both hooks in the bait? So are you throwing two balls out, or are you just putting both hooks in one ball, or are you leaving one hook in a ball and then just a flag on the other?
Oh no! Most of the time when I throw, I'm using both hooks in the bait ball.
That way, when they go down there and breaks down, they're right there. That way, so no matter what, one of them is actually hooking it. Now, see, I think in our lakes here, I think if we was able to use two hooks like that,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we would have more hooks in hands and fingers.
Yeah.
Because I see that down there a lot. Just because people, the fish flops.
Do you, when you go down south, do you use two hooks?
Yes. As soon as I get there, first lake I fish, boom, I buy
Two
them.
lines?
Yeah, they got special swivels and everything.
Okay, that's what is it. The three-way swivel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
And now is it?
You can't go down there and then not fish the same way them guys do.
Now is your swivels the lines that are they both equally the same size?
Yeah, they're just. I mean, they're just.
Yeah.
One
One
you got your
shorter,
one
one
on top,
thicker.
and they're your two hoops right here, so they're both hanging. About like this to each other. And so when you put them in one ball, they're gonna be right there.
Oh.
They're side by side.
So you guys you're putting both of them in one.
Both of. I mean, you can do it different ways. You can cast a bread ball out there and a chow ball.
So how do you? I don't pay a lake down south, so I'm just.
You don't pay lake at all.
I know, but anyway, when I do, I try. But anyway, now, how long is the lines?
You mean your
Extra
your
lines?
leader?
Yeah, the leader.
They're the same as ours are here.
Okay.
But like with him being a buff fisherman, he uses shorter rigs.
Are they the steel ones, or do you guys use lines?
Well, I'm sure they. Go ahead, Austin. You can answer that.
Or braid, either one.
Okay. All right.
There's whichever.
Interesting.
Elkhorn.
Banana,
They said
right part.
Elkhorn allows two hooks. Okay.
Really?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that
It
either.
kicks the pops out better, wider. The mono expands, and one will be on the right side of that ball, one will be on the left side of that ball.
Yeah. Because there's so many different ways you can do it. You can throw two balls out there. You can throw one ball out there with one of your, one on your line, and then take your other one like how you would wild water fish and take
Right.
your second one and just maybe stab it in the ball with a pickup,
Okay.
or because they use pops down there a lot too,
Yeah.
like plain pops. And when people go down there, they're really, I've been down there and I've talked to a few people, and some guys will help you out, man. But other than somebody helping you out, you got to pay attention to your surroundings.
Is it the pay ponds that you're at? Is it really competitive in your area?
I didn't understand what you said. I'm sorry.
The pay ponds that say you get in the tournaments on it. Is there a lot of not saying aggressiveness,
Are
but
people really competitive? Like,
Yeah.
I can't tell you what I'm using or my pickup because I'm trying to win all the money type thing.
Oh, very much so. Very, very. And people are very. Now, a lot of times, I've never had any issues with any battle lakes. Thankfully, I've never had any issues. But I've seen people, if a guy beside them keeps taking fish to their lines, they get mad about it. I watched a guy take his cigarette out of his mouth and burn a guy's line, and he lost his fish because he was mad that he kept going through his lines.
And that's hard, and sometimes down there in them tournaments, you're so close to a guy and the fish is running, you really can't do nothing about
it's
it.
like a Jerry Springer show.
Yeah.
They're very tough.
This fish is not yours.
Yeah.
You are not the fish's father.
Kelly said, how long do you soak before rebaiting if you haven't had the opportunity to slap?
And now the first 3 or 4 hours of the contest, I'll throw them out. I'll rebait for 15 or 20 minutes. And then after I get a good, 6-7 pound soybean out in front of me, I'll start letting them lay a good 30, 45 minutes and just in between their slap. But if I don't get a chance in between there, I usually rebait it.
Yeah.
My brother, on the other hand, if it's out there more than 10 minutes, he's pulling it in and rebait. That's just him. There's just different ways that people go about doing it. And he catches buffalo doing it his way, and I catch buffalo doing it my way. So they both work.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nicole Bailey Crawford said, more drama sometimes than the Housewives of Atlanta.
I can't be. I've seen people draw guns on each other at carp ponds before.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man. I'm sure it does get kind of competitive and everything, man. That's why I've kind of ventured out. I'm obviously still going to fish pay lakes and fish tournaments and stuff like that, but that's what I love about the wild water tournaments, man. It's everybody's competitive, you know what I mean?
A little bit laid back too.
Yeah, but everybody's laid back and willing to help, and then they'll tell you man, you're throwing oats off, man. You're gonna catch a bunch of fish, but you probably ain't gonna win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So the drama or drama talk. So you see a lot of issues happens a lot if say another person crossed another person, or let's put it this way: what if a competitor knows you're catching a lot of fish? Well, not say you particularly, but what you've seen. Seeing somebody catching a lot of fish, but they try to get as close to your spot as possible. You seen that a lot?
Yeah, if I'm fishing a packed out place and I'm fishing a hole and the guy's fishing outside of me, and I'm catching him on the buoy that divides our hole.
Right.
Some people start bombing right on top of that buoy on their side.
Right.
So people will do anything they can just to get the fish to come to them because they have every right to do that. It's their money on the line. They worked hard for it. I do the same thing.
Is there rules?
No, there's no rules. No,
Oh.
as long as they're sanctioned, they're good.
Yeah, I was about to say you guys got buoys there, right?
Yeah, there's buoys you get most ponds.
Yeah, so all their ponds down there, they have what I would say bowling lanes.
Okay.
If you're going to the bowling.
Oh, so it's one long strip.
Yeah, it's one long strip in front of you with
It's not like a big oval or.
No, it's like a buoy marker here and a buoy marker here and a buoy marker there, and you got to throw all 3 of your baits in between your buoys.
Oh. Okay.
So like I said, it's like a bowling lane there,
Gotcha. I see.
And you got to be 10 point because if it's an inch on their side of the ball, reel that in, get that in. That's on my side. Pull it in.
Yeah.
And they'll throw a bait ball right on top of it.
Yep. Yeah, that is. That's just how it is down there. I mean, but I think it's
Hey, Allison, is there anything that you always like to talk about that you want other carp anglers to know about, or something, or anything? Offhand?
I asked you guys some questions about like how the wild water fish, because I'm really interested in that.
Well, go ahead, man. We're all ears.
I mean, if I wanted to go sit down, and I know that there's a body of water that there's carp in,
Yeah.
and I know I've caught carp there before, but I throw out and there's no action, no bites. Do I just stay there and do I keep baiting and throwing bait in there, or do I move?
It only depends how long you plan to say that you're camping.
You pre-bait.
Yeah, you can pre-bait.
You go to that spot. You go to that if you're gonna fish on Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday. If you have the opportunity, go out there Monday or Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and throw bait out there.
Yeah.
Pre-bait your spot, especially if you know there's carp in there, and you've caught them there before, because they may not be in that area. But if you pre-chum before you fish, you will definitely have a better chance of catching fish.
Yeah, boil some maize and make sure they all split when you boil them. And then, then go to your area, like a couple of days before you want to fish. And just chum that little spot out really good. Like I don't know, get like a long, say like a spoon, like a large, huge spoon or something to chum it really good.
Yeah, I mean,
like a shovel type thing, and am I saying that right? The spoon?
No, it's a spalm.
Spalm, not spalm.
Oh, you're talking about the spoon?
Yeah, spalm is another kind of device. He's not going to have that.
It just depends on how far you're trying to fish out. What type of hole you're trying to bait. Is it in a cove? Is it in a is it a river? Where is it exactly you're talking about?
There's a boat landing that's below my house, and to the right of it, there is. It just opens up into the lake, and it's a public boat access, and you can throw probably a good 50, 60 yards out and there'll be a carp in there. It drops off pretty deep.
Now, okay, you know what an ice scooper is?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
something like that. You boil some corn, and then you scoop it and chum your area out, in a certain area where you're gonna put your lines at. Maybe a good 15 to 20 feet out. Chum that area real good every 3 days, or even 2 days, or days
At least
before.
a couple days before you're fishing. That way,
just to keep them coming back a little bit.
because they'll come in that area, man, and they will tend to stay in that area a little bit, especially if, like, you go one day and you chum.
Yeah.
You may not know it, but later on that night, they may come in there. And then you go back the next day and throw some more bait out there, So then they come back in again. They're like, oh, okay, now there's fresh bait, or there's more bait here. They're going to tend to hang in that area, especially if they're getting fed.
Yeah, get a couple of tubes of oats and make pack balls.
Yeah,
throw them all out there.
That's what when I go to the wild, man. I use boilies too, but.
Yeah.
One of my favorite go-to baits, obviously, is plain oats with cream corn and whole corn, and just mix it up, man. Make sure it's sticky enough and packs good, and test it. Throw a ball in the water. Make sure check your breakdown time. But I would definitely pre-chum your hole before you go. Like I said, if you plan on going and fishing it Friday, try and get out there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or even 2 of them days and pre-chum.
Especially if there's carp there.
Yeah, you'll have a better chance of actually being able to catch, because you've already pre-baited.
Yeah. Springtime, look for those mulberry trees.
Yep, they tend to eat mulberries, that fall in the water too.
Yeah, it's over a lake area, lake areas and pond areas. And
yeah, because I've known people to take them berries and put a couple of them on a hook.
Oh yeah.
And just toss it up underneath the tree and just leave it in the stand, just like you would put a couple pieces of corn on the hook.
My daughter did that. The apartment right behind my place.
Yeah.
The first time we moved there, this is the very first time. My daughter Taylor, she threw a little Barbie pole out, and we was unpacking. Of course, back patio, she was in the back, and she just started fishing. she hooked one of those. She hooked a good size 20 off of a barb, and she's out. She's on like 9 or 8, probably about 9 or about not 10 or 9, and she started screaming in the back trying to.
Dad, I don't know.
No, she didn't say that. She just screamed. Those little girl
Did she
voices.
know what she had though? She know she had a carp?
No, I don't think
So
so.
no, you didn't teach her.
I had this. Oh my God, this is like 8 years ago.
So before you started carp fishing, is that what you're saying?
No, I've been carp fishing forever.
I know.
Yeah, but, yeah.
Is there any other questions you would like to ask us, Austin?
If I were to come up there, let's just say sometime this year, and I wanted to really buffalo fish, would I want to throw soybean, or would I want to throw chow, and
Soybean.
I mean, or would I want to be at which pond?
I would honestly, man. We have 3 main. I mean, well, we have Elkhorn now.
Yeah.
They've been putting some nice buffs in. Highway Springs, there's been buffs in there for the last few, 4 or 5 years probably. I want to say the 2 lakes that probably has the most buffalo in them would probably be Hubbard's and Indy Lakes. And I would definitely say I would definitely bring some bean with you, and I would definitely make some chow too. You know what I mean? Because like you said here, like our lakes, we throw so much chow in them. You know what I
Hubbard's
mean?
is more of a grape lake.
Yeah, I mean all of our lakes are great lakes. You know what I mean? We use a lot of flavor down here. Do you guys put a lot of flavor in your baits where you guys are? Awesome.
The less bait, the better, it seems like. The
Well,
less flavor.
Less flavor, the better.
Yes, the better fish bite, less flavor.
Yeah. Now see, that's total opposite here.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, like people put, or you show up to one of our tournaments, you got there's 65, 70 guys at the lake, and 35 to 40 of them guarantee their right hand or their left hand is completely black.
It's like they're finger painting.
In a car for the last 2 hours. Like Bear and Shane are the world's worst. The deer the root.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, but you can't, man. They flat tear them up though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they found what works for them. You know what I mean?
Killer.
And that's the problem with most people, man. That we tend to, as a carp fisherman, we tend to overthink everything.
Yes.
Did I put too much flavor? Did I not put enough? Damn, I made 5 different pickups and it's not working, so now I gotta make 5 more, you know what I mean? Instead of just going to the lake with 1 or 2 pickups, you know what I mean, and just constantly keep putting it at them all day.
And that's the problem with buff fishermen. A lot of them, people, they want to go fish for buffs, and they're like, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to catch a buff, it'll be great, it's a big fish. And then they get there, and they're like trying, they just get discouraged, and they give it up. They don't stick it through it. But after if you give it some time, and you just keep doing what you're doing, and just be patient, and watch for the right bite, and make sure that you're getting in the right area of the lake for a buffalo to be in.
Yeah.
It will eventually happen. You just have to let the opportunity present itself.
Wow. Nice.
And that's the part people think there's like a magic bait, like there's one bait that's going to make these fish rip, or one pickup that'll make them rip. It's all about location, and it's all about waiting. That's all there is to it. 90% of the time.
Wicked grape.
Yeah, Lance Breed Love said wicked grape.
I've never tried the flavoring.
Wicked?
I have. I like all flavor companies, man.
Yeah.
They're all, they all work. It shouldn't have to be so competitive. Seems like anymore, excuse my language, it's really just a big pissing match. You know what I mean? Like, and it shouldn't be like that, man. Everybody should be, helping one another.
You stick your peanut butter in my chocolate. No, you chocolate in my peanut butter. It's like,
Kelly also said ripe banana, wicked.
There you go.
And it is a good, but you got to think too, there's so many flavoring companies out there now,
Yeah.
and so many different options for the fish. You could go and carp fish for the rest every day for the rest of your life, and you could make a different mixture of bait and pickup, and you would never get through all the flavors out there in your lifetime.
Hey, Kelly said, I didn't mean to cut you off. Kelly said, he said he'll bring you some to Pops on the 22nd.
Probably the original flavors that started as R&W and McCormick's flavoring back in the day. It started it all.
That was the first ones I seen. It was the first ones I really ever seen was R&W. That was the very first flavor I probably ever used, you know, besides like buying Kool-Aid and stuff at the store. And then Superior's been around.
Yeah.
Yep, and then Bubba J's, man.
Bubba J's.
Bubba J's was one of the first flavor companies that I knew, where I actually knew the owner, you know what I mean? Like I fished next to him for years and years at a time, you know what I mean? And then he came out with the flavor company, so.
When I first started carp fishing, some guy, I'm not sure if you ever knew. Remember Westside Bait Tackle, a guy named Red? Remember Old Red?
Not right on top of my head.
Old Red, he died of cancer, but you know, years at Westside Bait and Tackle, he was one of Jim's right hand man. And he was, like I said, I was getting into carp fishing, and he told me, hey, go to the store, go to Kroger's, and get anus.
Get anus? What?
Anus flavor.
What store was you going to?
That's what I was like thinking.
No, it's anus. Is it called anus or anise?
Anus.
You ever use that for buff?
Yes, sir. Very much.
Yes, sir. How come that was never mentioned earlier?
I was like, what the world is anus? I was looking through the bakery aisles, and I was like talking to these people. Hey, you got any anus? I was like, what?
It's because you're pronouncing it wrong, James.
Oh.
You need to work on your anus material.
Anus. I'm like, anus. All right. So I'm like,
So do you use anus a lot?
anus in all three.
I don't throw it a lot, but a lot of my buddies that do really good buffalo fishing do. I prefer wintergreen and clove and spearmint. That's my top three.
Yeah.
Those are my three. I don't like anus at all. It's not my thing.
Yeah. Let's see what time it is.
What do you got? Any more questions?
Yeah, if anybody else got any more questions, man, that they would like to ask Austin.
Or even us, we can help you.
First time I heard that, I got some cow poop.
No, anus is like a grape flavor, right? It is, isn't it?
Right?
Is it grape flavor?
It's licorice.
Yeah, licorice.
Yeah, it's like a licorice.
You're right. Sorry.
Hang on, I'm about to read this comment real quick. Ron Matthews, I see that you're watching. Ron Matthews said, I disagree. I work hand in hand and talk with Joe Lutz all the time. We bounce ideas and we do not even feel like we are competitors. I make wraps, art for R&W and one on. He sells Wicked at his shop. But that's what it's all about, Ron. You know what I mean? We need more of that. Not just between flavor companies, but with everybody, fishermen included. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Joe's good. Joe Lutz.
He really is, man. I love the way he takes care of his lake. You know what I mean? Like he takes really good care of them fish. Like those are his kids, like for real.
Yeah.
Like
shout out to Ron too on Wicked Flavors.
Yep, you know what I mean. Like all the flavors are good.
Yeah.
You know, it's whatever anybody prefers.
Yeah.
You know, everything works. But you know, like I've been watching some videos. You know what I mean? Like they treat their lakes.
Mm-hmm.
They make the fish.
Well, they got those big old salt blocks.
Yeah, they make the fish. Yeah, they throw in salt blocks all the time. I just seen Chris Sutherland doing it last night after a tournament. You know what I mean? Turning paddles on, bam, throwing salt blocks in.
Yeah. So, fish.
He's, you know, if you ask him and Joe, you know what I mean, you guys, you can't put enough salt in a lake for carp.
Yeah, that's why
There is no overdoing it, you know what I mean?
And I see Hubbard's, they do that too. Well, not just in their lake, but you know, just like in the little holding tank. You know, they got the little salt blocks right there. So.
But it's good to see, like Ron said, though. It's good to see that, obviously,
Yeah.
when I went down there, I was with Ron and Tiffany and Nick and Kevin Tharp and Kev and Bonnewell when we all went down there. And I was there when Ron and Joe, I think that was the first time they had met.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I mean? And Joe instantly helped Ron, or I don't know if it was Joe helped Ron or Ron helped Joe, but it was something with labels.
Okay.
And I want to say it was Joe hooked Ron up, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, hey, this is, what you need to do for your labels that's going to be cheaper on you, you know what I mean?
Talking to Jim from Bottom Pier Bakes, he says, because I'm getting low on my labels, Jim Donnelly just says, well, go to that, he couldn't remember Ron's name. He said, go to that one guy, the guy that won that MPQ tournament over there in, I think it might have been Highway or something.
In Ohio?
Yeah, Ohio.
Lake Monroe?
Yeah, and he says,
Lake Minnow?
yeah.
Lake Minnow?
He goes, Ron? He said, yeah, I know Ron. So I'm supposed to get with Ron here soon on some labels that he knows the guy, such a guy to make the labels.
Ron said, talking about clove and anise and cinnamon, he said, that's wicked triple threat. I got this because the help I got from people in North Carolina.
Oh, there you go.
And that's how
That's what it's all about.
that's how it
Helping
should
out
be.
each
It
other.
should be everybody helping everybody. But that's that's how we are here. I mean, obviously everybody on our team is willing and ready to help everybody.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not.
That's just yeah.
It's just a lot more competitive down there because they're fishing a tournament every day of the week.
Yeah.
You got any other questions for us? Ron Matthews said, "Love me some Lake Minnow." Hey, you can win a lot of money there, man. 'Cause especially if you get on the fish.
But I didn't make it to that. I didn't video shoot that.
That was the champion. That was the
championship.
He was there.
No, I wasn't. Max was there.
Oh yeah, Max.
I was in Dale Hollow.
Yeah.
And I asked Max.
And you still.
And Jim Donlin, he
was there.
Yeah, he's the one who hosted it.
Yeah.
So Max Cooper.
You know what Jim did that day?
It rained. I heard it rained real hard.
It did. I had a fish on the board, and it was at the bottom. He paid somebody. He said, "I'm gonna give the next person that brings the fish up and knocks Tommy Pearson off." He said, "I'm gonna give him $100," and he did that.
He does that. Yeah, that's how Jim works. He says, "Next person brings a fish in, there's $100." Damn.
James, this is a question for you.
Me.
Have you ever fished the St. Lawrence on the New York side?
I sure haven't.
He sure hasn't.
Nope. I want to.
Yeah, we've been rubbing it in his face. The fish there, the fishing there is.
Yeah, I mean, do a video shoot. I would love to just do a video shoot there, just to kind of give the experience.
Yeah.
I've been video shooting for the NPQ tournaments, championship, the Midwest Carp Masters Championship, and then and been doing that for a while. And I had the pleasure of watching people win championship monies. The struggles that a lot of people has, the winnings that people wins.
Don't forget about the blanking. A lot of people blank too when these big tournaments. Man.
Oh yeah, the blank.
You got 80 people there.
I got Tiffany. I was doing an interview with Tiffany on the side of the lake, and she turned her body
the opposite way
from her rods, and you see the rod go up and down real quick.
Yeah.
And
that could have been a big buck.
That could have been. I messed her up. I was just doing an interview with her. So, and I pointed it out during the video. I put an arrow pointing at the rod. It was they did not know that. Nick and Tiffany did not know about that situation until they seen the video. And they go, "Oh my God!" But Tiffany ended up winning it. So it was.
Yeah, she won the championship.
Yeah, it was definitely.
You got any more questions for us, Austin?
No, I don't have any more questions, but I just want to let you guys know that I really appreciate y'all doing these podcasts like this and getting this information out there. This is a really cool setup you guys have got, and I appreciate y'all taking your time to do this.
I appreciate that. Thank you. We've been.
I appreciate that too.
Yeah, we actually we've been doing this every week.
It's the passion, man. We definitely got the passion.
We're actually thinking about doing it every 2 weeks here soon because
fishing season's going to be getting more and more tournaments going on.
But definitely, I enjoy. Me and Tommy we both enjoying just talking carp talk, and just
We can really do it all day.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
For sure.
But Tommy's got a poker thing to go there.
I play poker every Thursday, man.
So we're back going to just start changing this to Wednesdays.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing it on Wednesday nights. That way, it don't interfere with anything from me or James.
But
And we did. I just seen something else I wanted to shout out real quick. Tyler Christ said Carp King flavors will be available in North Carolina very soon. A couple lakes and bait shops are already in the works.
there you go.
And that's for you North Carolina guys and South Carolina guys.
Cool. It's good stuff. I like the quality of it.
What's going on, Tiffany Lynn? She's tuned in. What's going on, Tiffany?
Speaking of Tiffany.
Yeah. Use North Carolina straw / butternut rice at Creekside.
I have a bottle of the NC strawberry
Dude.
butternut. I actually have one bottle. Wicked.
He said I caught 520s one night there with it. That was Lance Breedlove.
Wicked's flavor is pretty good stuff too.
No, they are. I've used them before.
Yeah, great
Before I
stuff.
went to Lake Monster and stuff like that.
But
I've seen you on Facebook, LOL. I know you can put pigs on the bank.
there you go.
And, I've been fishing for over 30
Speak
years.
up.
Good to see people like this. Yeah, man. It is good to be. We need more people like this, though.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But without the people that's watching this and sharing it, you know what I mean?
I
Speaking
mean, if you
of,
guys like this,
yeah, share this video for us real quick. Appreciate that.
yeah, if you guys like us doing this every week, let's let us know. If you want us to do this every 2 weeks,
Yeah, every 2 we could do it every week,
maybe.
maybe. If we get enough requests.
Yeah.
If you guys blow this up and say we want
Yeah,
you guys to do
love
it
us.
every week, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because obviously we don't want to do it if people ain't gonna watch.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so.
But I will say this though, you know, we've had more viewers this week since we went live on
Yeah.
on the Team Fish Fighter page, and
Yeah.
but we're reaching people everywhere.
Everywhere.
You know what I mean?
So. I'm getting a lot of likes.
Yeah. There,
What do you want to call it?
you're getting a lot of likes, James. They love you.
It's about time. Jeez. So you want to call it?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Austin, man, hey, we
Man.
appreciate you too.
Definitely.
Appreciate
you, Austin.
And
Thank you. I appreciate
It was really enjoyed, you know, especially talking to you guys down south. You know, hit us up, guys. If you guys got anybody else that you want to recommend to the show.
try not to beat anybody up, or not physically, but like,
encourage them.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like Austin, you know, like we picked Austin, even though a couple people
They recommended.
they recommended his name, you know what I mean?
Yeah, why not?
Like, you know, his fishing partner Jimmy Inman and them, like, I seen their pictures, like they all do really, really good, and
Check
they're
out
really
the-
good buck fishermen and stuff too. But
Check
you
out the
know,
YouTube channel.
we just choose people randomly. You know, we're not picking and choosing somebody because we like them.
We got all
or
their
don't
pictures
like
on the
them.
wall. We just throw a dart at it and say boom.
Yeah,
Oh,
whoever the dart.
There's
goes
Austin.
on,
Okay.
You know what I mean? And we just happen to get two Austins and back to back. So.
No, we don't know.
But we really do appreciate you, Austin, man. You too. Keep up the good work,
Yeah,
bro.
thanks, Austin.
And
appreciate it, bro.
and don't hesitate to show or teach anybody that is willing to learn.
Yeah.
Because without people like us, bro, carp fishing would fade away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
No way.
And regardless if somebody showed you how to make a bait and now you make that bait better than them or whatever it may be, man, don't let none of that stuff bother you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep putting pigs on the bait, man, and let your fish speak for itself.
There you go. So,
That's
hey,
that's all you can-
thanks again, Austin, for coming to our show, bub. So,
Really appreciate you. And
ladies and gentlemen, Austin.
yeah, hey Austin, and whenever you get a chance, man, and you plan on coming up here, let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're coming.
Absolutely.
Austin's one that was talking about he wanted a team fish fight, to get a hat or something.
Yes.
We'll try to get you a hat here, Austin.
Yeah, we'll try to get you a hat or a shirt here soon,
Team Fish Fighter
man. We got some stuff we got a bunch of stuff in the works, man.
Yeah, hats,
we're trying to do hoodies and hats and shirts. We're just trying to find the right person that we're gonna have make the logo.
We should get like hats. Hat says, "Hey, I've been on the Team Fish Fire podcast."
Yep. I mean, whatever's gonna work.
All right, Austin.
Appreciate you, man, and I will talk to you soon, brother.
All right, Austin Bolick. Thank you. All right, our next guest will be next week. David Burns. David Burns, also from Bear Wings.
Yeah, I think
not
we're gonna,
maybe. I don't know yet.
I think we should. I think next
Can we do
week.
a two-way or three-way call?
I mean, yeah, but I think we should do it like we should do maybe David first and then maybe Bear second, or do either one.
So if we do this, we got to do this on a Wednesday.
Yeah, it'll be next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, and we'll give each one guy an hour and a half.
Yeah, we'll give them an hour and a half,
Okay,
and we'll do both of them on the same show.
Yeah.
That way we can knock two birds out with one stone.
David Burns and William Bear.
So we're gonna do them next week, both of them together.
On still buff fishing.
Yeah, still on buff fishing.
And that's it. After that, no more buffs.
Yeah, no more. We won't.
Well, maybe.
We won't, yeah, well, it'll be a while.
Yeah.
Because I definitely
buff out.
I was saying, you been working out, or you just been eating good, huh? That's all Tia's doing that.
Man.
Yeah, you better stop. You get a cramp. I'll be able to get you up.
Pull a muscle. Okay. But anyway, next guest will be David Burns and William Bear. He used to be a Team Fish Fighter.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago.
And Bear's dangerous.
Bear's dangerous on buffs.
He is. I've seen it.
Indiana.
He will tell you. He'll show you his bait. He'll make it, put a picture up, and be like, going to hit old Buffy, and and he will show up and he will smack some Buffy.
Swamp Donkey. Swamp Donkey.
Yep.
I got a video. I'm gonna try to find it. I got a video of Bear. He's like, and this is one of Bear's. He's good at what he does when he fishes, but half the time he's on the other side of the damn lake when his alarm goes off, and you see him.
We was at Ace Lakes.
We was at Ace Lakes. I got the video.
Yeah.
I got a video of him doing it. I'll post that. Him on the other side of the lake, alarms going off, and everybody, Bear! And you can see him running like Forrest Gump, going all the way.
And you guys, I don't know, he may have them on YouTube.
It's on our YouTube channel.
No, I'm not talking about on our YouTube channel. I'm talking about on Bear's YouTube channel.
Oh, he's a rapper too.
Yeah, he's got some sick little carp fishing buff raps, man.
Yes.
We'll try to put them in the. We'll see it. We'll make him send them to us, and we'll add them into the YouTube video.
At the end, I'll try to get it to the end of the.
Or maybe even have it playing throughout the. Or towards the ending.
No, I just have him.
We should have him make us a theme song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like instead of playing somebody else's music.
Well, that's the original.
Huh?
That's the original. That's that theme song was from, right?
What?
Hunting, fishing.
Yeah, I know that, but that's what I'm saying. But we should have him make us our own, that we can put in our own videos.
Okay.
But it would be him singing them though. You know what I mean? It'd be, I'm sure he would be able to come up with something.
Sure.
But anyways, always support your local bait shops. Whether it's Indie Bait and Tackle, obviously our main go-to two places is Adams Outdoors and Naptown Bait and Tackle.
Yep. We got a couple more.
They got all your carp needs.
All your carp needs.
Some other places are starting to, come in and pick stuff up and get stuff in their shop.
Yep. A couple weeks ago, Naptown got a big order from Bottom Feeder Baits. And,
yep, I seen that on the shelf. They got big bats in there, don't they?
Yeah, Kristen just gave me a big old order from Adams Outdoors. She wants a good load. Gets, she said she's good after that.
Always practice good carp care.
Even with your buffs.
Yeah, even with the buffs. I mean, really any fish that you're catching that's going to, preferably at a
if it's going back in the lake, have a landing mat for them.
Yeah, put them on there because you guys don't understand, man. Like, the buffs are slimy and the commons are too, but they need that.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of lakes put a lot of salt in.
Yeah.
is to help preserve, their slime, which protects them. But if you put them on the ground in the gravel or on the concrete, that stuff gets underneath their scales, man, and it can cause infections. You know what I mean? Or any of that. So
try to use knotless nets.
Yeah.
Cradles.
Cradles are the way to go.
Yeah, it's
awesome. You know what I mean? If you can't afford a cradle, landing mat at work, baby changing mat, whatever, your baby mom might get mad if she comes home and there's no baby changing mat.
Why does it smell like fish?
That was a good one. Yeah. For all your online needs, always, man, Big Carp Tackle.
Big Carp and Tackle.
They got all your wild water stuff. Good thing about Adams Outdoors and Nowtown Bait and Tackle, they've been getting a lot of wild water stuff in, trying to cater to both guys, both wild water and pay lakes.
Yep.
Make sure you subscribe to our channel.
This channel here.
Yep. Hit that like button. Hit that bell button. That way every time we post a video, you guys are the first, I ain't gonna say the first, but you guys know that we put it up and
be notified automatically.
Yep, automatically every time.
With our great carp adventures.
Yep. We appreciate everybody watching our videos.
Yeah.
If you guys are not subscribed to our channel, make sure you guys go do that. And please share this video before you guys jump off there. We greatly appreciate that.
Shout out to Tyler from Carp.
Yep. Shout out new sponsor of Team Fish Fighters, Tyler Price and his family, and appreciate you and can't wait to just to keep it moving. Yep. And hopefully this encourage some other flavor companies or whatever, bait companies or whatever, just maybe believe in us too, as much as we try to believe in everything that we talk about every week.
Yeah.
So, appreciate you guys. Tune in.
Damn good show.
Don't forget to share this video. And
bye. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye.